Hello, nice to see you again. Welcome to part 2 of the video series, Interesting Facts About the UK, Last Path. Other interesting facts. American farmed eggs are banned from being imported into the UK because they have been washed. Meanwhile, eggs raised in the UK are banned from being imported into the US because they are not washed. In the UK, you can hire people to attend a funeral. All hired people will carefully learn all the information to be able to act realistically. The total assets of the British royal family, including estates, personal assets of members of the royal family, art collections, the Queen's jewelry, and all assets belonging to the Crown estate. It more than 90 billion USD by 2024. On April Fool's Day, 1976, the BBC made a program saying that the Earth was in a special position that made gravity weaker than usual. Soon after, hotlines were overloaded with calls from listeners reporting that they felt a noticeable decrease in gravity. An 8-year research in the UK found that up to 17 million people, or 49% of adults in the UK, cannot solve basic math, which is defined as basic math is suitable for children under the age of 11. It is estimated that 1 in 3 women in the UK will have an abortion at least once in their lifetime. 10% of UK trains do not have a system to store waste from toilets and discharge it directly onto the tracks. According to Royal Protocol, all direct heirs in line are not allowed to travel on the same plane, even if they have the same destination. However, not everyone complies with this regulation. A survey of 2,000 UK parents found that 75% of their children only step out of the house for less than an hour a day, with another 20% not even leaving the house. Don't bother going out the door. In the UK, people care a lot about children. Therefore, you can find many baby changing tables in public restrooms. Yet a review found that 92% of public children's changing tables had traces of banned substances. In the year 1949, a swarm of starling perching on the minute hand of a clock face on the Big Ben clock tower, slowing it down by 4.5 minutes. At the time of its public release, in 1859, it was the largest and most accurate 4-sided midpoint watch in the world, with an error of just 1 second per hour. And if you are a mechanical watch enthusiast, you will know that this number is too great for a machine that weighs 11,000 pounds and was manufactured in the 19th century. Accordingly, when there is an error in time, engineer will calibrate this machine by adding or removing coins from the clock, and for every penny put in, take out the London timekeeper, which will speed up or slow down by 40 seconds every day. Another interesting fact: rechargeable mechanical wristwatches passively absorb energy through the wearer's arm movements. They can also be recharged manually and proactively through winding. And of course, the Big Ben clock is the same. People have to actively wind it 3 times a week, about 1.50 hours each time. In addition to the cheese rolling contest in the previous editions, the UK is also home to many strange contests, such as the ugly face contest and the leg kicking contest, ditch diving competition, worm bridge competition. All of them are organized on a very large scale and methodically. Although they have the same language, a country can have many different accents. In England, on average every 40 kilometers, one notices a change in accent. The UK is the first country in the world to allow the creation of a baby from the DNA of 3 people instead of just 1 father and 1 mother, as is currently the case in other countries. The UK has the world's best Indian restaurant, Akash, which can serve up to 750 customers at a time. Own the longest inhabited castle in Europe, Windsor Castle, which has been the residence of the British royal family from the 11th century to the present, has the world's oldest surviving currency, the British pound, which has existed since 775 years ago. The country has the first underground railway and subway system in the world. There was the shortest war in human history, lasting about 38 to 45 minutes, between the United Kingdom and the Kingdom of Zanzibar On the 27th day of August 1896, of proportions obesity among adults is the highest in Europe at 25%, and there is one of the most haunted places in the world, is York City, with over 500 reported cases of supernatural encounters. There is the world's oldest union, the Union of Great Britain and Portugal, as it has existed continuously from the year 1386 to the present. Thanks to this alliance, Spain remained neutral and did not attack Portugal and France, even though Spain was following a fascist path at that time. In total, 173 countries and territories celebrate Independence Day. 58 of them commemorate the regaining of independence from the British colonial empire. The UK is where the first industrial revolution originated, a precursor to later industrial revolutions, home to the world's shortest commercial flight, connecting the two Scottish islands of Westray and Papa Westray, with a flight distance of only 1.6 miles, with a flight time of only 43 seconds. That's it for today. Thank you for following. If you find this video interesting, please like and subscribe to the channel.